next Inside Edition.
Terror at 17,000 feet. A pilot has a heart attack and dies mid-flight with a family of 4 on board. And it was the panic-stricken father who had no choice but to jump into action and attempt to fly the plane.
I need to get this thing on the ground. My pilot's deceased. I need help.
A desperate mayday from the cockpit of a private plane.
I got declared emergency. I need help here.
57-year-old Doug White, his wife, and 2 teenage daughters were passengers aboard a charter flight when just after takeoff, the pilot died without warning at the controls. They were on a flight from Marco Island, Florida to their home in Monroe, Louisiana.
His chin was on his chest just like this. He never reached and grabbed or moved or said anything.
Doug, a businessman, had to take the controls, but he had no idea how to fly the plane.
I just knew it had wings and had an engine on each wing.
Dramatic, just-released audio tapes reveal what happened as air traffic controllers tried to talk Doug down.
Disengage the autopilot. We're going to have you hand fly the plane.
I disengaged it. I'm flying the airplane by hand. You find me the longest, widest runway you can, ma'am.
Roger.
That calm voice is 32-year-old flying instructor and air traffic controller Lisa Grimm. Did it ever cross your mind that they might all die?
Of course, absolutely. I think everybody, the odds were more likely that that was going to be the outcome of the situation.
You're doing a real good job.
May the good Lord hand fly this.
Inside the plane, there was chaos, with Doug's wife and daughters praying and crying in their seats.
And I was praying the angels would hold these wings and help us land smoothly.
Warning sirens were blaring in the cockpit.
They were all yelling, red, blinking, and flashing, and just ignore them. I didn't know what they were anyway.
As Doug approached the airport at Fort Myers, Florida, another air traffic controller took over the radio.
When you get to 150 knots, the flap control will say approach flaps on there. Just select that when you get to 150 knots. You're right on the money. You're lined up for the runway.
When I touch down, if I ever touch down, do I just kill the throttle or what?
That's correct. When you touch down, slowly kill the throttle.
That dead pilot sits beside me.
Incredibly, Doug pulled off a perfect landing. This video was shot moments later.
Brilliant, buddy. Thank you.
Nice work.
We hugged each other. I mean, there were tears, there was clapping, it was just like suddenly the weight of the world had come off our shoulders. It was miraculous. It was wonderful.
Doug and his family and the men and women who saved their lives were reunited this week.
I'm just grateful we made it. There's no yeehaw. I've never done a yippee-ki-yay or nothing like that.
You find me the longest, widest runway you can, ma'am.
Lisa Grimm, the air traffic controller who you just heard from, was only on the job 4 months before the frightening incident. But she does have more than 10 years experience as a pilot, which she says helped her guide the family to safety. Tiger Woods